Today I will be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9 Reunion Part 2. So in every relationship, you have her side and you have his side. And this week, we got her side. So let's talk about it. So let's start with Kenya and Matt. These two have been in the tabloids for days, weeks, months, damn near years now. I mean, it's just going on and on and on. So when she said it was over this time, I stood up in my chair and I was like, you promise? Because these two are ridiculous. Listen, in the beginning, I really did like them together. You know, I'm not a real Kenya fan, but I really think if she has a family, it will change her for the better. So I thought Matt was the best thing since sliced bread, okay? And I love sliced bread. But after a while, they're bickering and back and forth. And Andy said he was supposed to be at the reunion, and we know what happened in the tabloids. I guess Kenya was the one who said she didn't want him on at the last minute, and so it turned into this big thing. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad it's over. Now, you shouldn't wish that anybody else's relationship is over. You should just worry about your own damn relationship. But I can't help. These two have been running around town acting like 2 5-year-olds. Now, I really would have appreciated if Matt would have been able to talk so I could hear both sides of the story, because as you know, Kenya's extremely manipulative, so we don't know what the true story is. I mean, why didn't you want him there, Kenya? Was she going to say something else? Were you sleeping with him again last night? Like, because she will block it if she thinks he's going to say something. And as far as him being a raving maniac, he acts 3. I agree. Breaking windows and all of that stuff is childish and hard to deal with. But I think both sides play a part here. Why are we only hearing Matt's side? What do you got going on, Kenya? Look, I'm glad it's over. You know, I wish you two the best, but as far as y'all being donezo, yay! So let's move on. Next, we have Sheree and Bob. Listen, I am all for reuniting. I believe a family should do everything in their power to stay together. So I was actually happy when these two tried to reconcile. I thought Bob was funny. I thought, let's just hang in there and see what you guys seen in each other to begin with. So I was okay with her putting up with the man boobs and the sweating and, you know, all of his little flaws until I found out he'd been hitting on her. Child, please. Now, unacceptable. Hell to the no. To the no, 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 as Sheree would say. Listen, hearing what Bob really did was hard to hear, hard to watch. Seeing Sheree vulnerable and crying and being open was shocking, because I'm used to Sheree being mad with lots of funny taglines. But no, she was very open. And it made me respect her even more, because living your life out on television in the first place is extremely hard. But talking about difficult subjects in front of the world where everybody has an opinion, courageous. Very courageous, Sheree. I mean, you give a new definition to a strong woman. You held your family together during the time when you were going through it. So, you know, I'm not going to say just yet I've lost all respect for Bob. We haven't heard his side of the story yet. He comes on next week. But I'm really interested to see what he has to say. Is he going to be open? What goes through your mind when you put your hands on your wife? Child, please. And I really ain't going to put up with your ass hitting me and sweating with your man boobs. That's too much now. As far as I'm concerned, I think, Sheree, you did the right thing, but I'm going to hold off on making a decision until I hear Bob's side. Next, we have Apollo and Phaedra. Okay, so everyone wants to know, was her divorce? Is she divorced? Is she not divorced? And according to her is that she is divorced, but Apollo is contesting the divorce. Now, I think it's natural to have questions because they're getting divorce on national television. So Phaedra, now I like Phaedra, and then at times I don't like Phaedra. There is a really, I'm not going to say shady side, but she's very limited. Oh, that's the word, child. Yeah, limited on the things that she tells people. I mean, and it makes it feel like she's disingenuous, like she's hiding something. I don't know what makes her so secretive all the time. Like, even about the divorce, what's the big deal? So it makes people curious. Now, people don't have to go to the extreme like Mama Joyce and go and visit her attorney. Sometimes I wonder, is Mama Joyce at the center of Kandi and Phaedra's beef? You know, because Mama Joyce, you know, she went to go visit her attorney, Phaedra's attorney, and she's always saying mean and vicious things about Phaedra, and we all know how Mama Joyce is. Is it a possibility that Phaedra is taking her anger out on Kandi instead of Mama Joyce? I'm just wondering, because remember, I still haven't gotten to the root of what set off this beef between Kandi and Phaedra. Like, I really want to know. Like, a lot of people have just moved on. They don't like each other, that's it. I need to know, because you know how I am. I need to know, child, I need to know. And I'm not understanding this. They hate each other now up to level 10. Like, hate. But, you know, I'm wondering, you know, give me one more reunion, next part 2. And I'm wondering, maybe Mama Joyce is at the root of this. Maybe her, and we all know how she is, you know, what I heard in the street type thing. Maybe that is what is bothering Phaedra so much. But whatever it is, it has nothing to do with her and Apollo. All I know is this divorce is lasting. And I always wonder, you know, Apollo got convicted for stealing. Child, he didn't really bring anything to the marriage. So I don't understand. In my opinion, he shouldn't be getting much. You know, child, what he brought in was stolen. But he's fighting this tooth and nail. And while, you know, no marriage is perfect, I'm glad these two are over. It's just, oof. Apollo, child, go do your time in peace. Please, leave this child alone and let's move on. But it sounds like it ain't gonna be that easy. Besides that, there wasn't too much more going on. You had the usual Phaedra versus Kandi, and then you had the Portia versus Kandi. And that's just how it is. All this triangle is what it is, because no one really wants to clear it up. And I feel that at this point, Phaedra and Portia, they don't really want to clear things up with Kandi. And I think Kandi is just tired of putting up with their shit. So these relationships are dead. So every time these people are in the same room, it's going to be the same bickering, because it's at a standstill. Unless Phaedra and Portia step up to the plate and really try to change things, I don't see any changing. So Kandi has every perfect right to be done with them. So, but it doesn't excuse the daily bickering when they're in the room. So that was what the rest of the show was about. Bickering over little small things that's going to go on until somebody leaves the show. And word has it, Phaedra's the first one to leave the show. But that's just the word out on the street. We don't know yet for sure. Besides that, there wasn't too much more going on. This was really a case of the women's side of the relationships. I'm very interested next week to hear what the men have to say, because you have her side, you have his side, and then you have the arguing, which probably was going to be the final episode of the reunion. So I'm really looking forward to this. Things are starting to heat up now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.